Monday, January 13th, 2020. Going to recap a day trade I had here. One I didn't take, and I'm really upset I didn't. I'm still having trouble really pulling the trigger on a lot of these early day trades. But this one I did take. Abercrombie and Fitch. I think it had good sales. It just released for Black Friday. Good news. Something was propelling it. The daily chart wasn't particularly conducive for a big move, because it gapped up slightly from, I guess, about 50 cents from where it closed on Friday. But there's a lot of resistance at the top of here, and I'm still in the trade. I have a few shares remaining. If it starts to tank, I'm just going to get out. But where I got in right here as it held VWAP. I played a little bit of a pullback, which I'm starting to like playing these more, because you can kind of risk a little bit less. See if it hits this, my resistance here at 18.17. I'm probably going to get out. So we'll see. I'm not 100% sure if I'll keep holding it and maybe just wait for it to come back to my entry. But you can see I got in here at 18.03. I got partialed a little bit out at 18.04. No, I'm sorry. I got in at 17.93 and partialed a little bit out at 18.04, and then I got the rest out at 18.15 right here of that first half of my shares, and I still have a little bit more that I might take out here. We'll see. It's starting to come down a little bit, so I might just exit out here. But that my second target was 18.29. I didn't take any out because I thought it was going to surge a little bit more. So we'll see. I'll hang on to it and see if I get anything out of this these remaining shares. But it surged up. It was holding VWAP, and that's why I liked it. Kind of bounced off VWAP, came down to VWAP at the open, but then it broke free of that and then started moving up. And then it had a nice big green bar with a tail below VWAP, so it was holding VWAP. So that's why I got in at 17.93. I got a little nervous. I wanted to ensure some profit, so I got some out at 18.04. Got the rest out at 18.15 for a 22-cent gain on my first half of my shares, basically, and a little bit left here. So the one I did not take that I am so upset about, and I'll show you where I put a little marker. Look at it. It's so what I was looking at right here in the early, not a lot of volume for JD, right? But when you look at, it was gapping up in the pre-market, so it was. See, I'm going to get the rest of my. Yeah, I'm out. The rest of my Abercrombie. It just started to drop a little. So hold on, let me. Yeah, out at 18.18. So held on a little too long. Probably should have gotten some out at my second target, but I took more shares than I normally do. So it's fine. But yeah, so JD, what I was looking at was basically in the pre-market, it was gapping up. Not a lot of volume, pretty sketchy, but you can see it has a nice movement up the last few days, and you like to see this because this is a trend. Your stock is having a nice. It did have a red candle, but still was up above the close of the previous day. So it had gapped up in the pre-market to around 39.74. And what I saw there was if it held that, and you can see what happened the first minute, big green candle, and then another little green candle, 1 minute opening range break. I wanted to get in at 39.80, and I couldn't pull the trigger, and then it did this, and it went up 14 cents. I said, I could still try to chase it, but I hate chasing, and then it did that. So I should have chased it, but you can't. You got to follow your rules. I was afraid because the whole number was right above it, 40. So if I got in at 39.92, would it just hit its head on 40, and then I'd have to put my stop about 20 cents below. Who knows how I would have played it really, but I couldn't chase it. I just really wanted to take it right there at 39.80. And I couldn't, and you can see it went all the way up to about 40.64. So I would have had over a 75-cent gain on that one, almost 80 cents. So it's such a shame when you miss out on these. But Abercrombie and Fitch, I ended up turning into a win. So I'll get better at these. I'm still learning to trade the early day. It's really a good way to trade. If you have another job, obviously, and you don't have much time to trade, if you could learn the first half hour of trading and that's all you do, you could do pretty well. But for me, I trade all through the day. Usually today I'll probably just take it easy now that I had a nice trade in Abercrombie. But I think this is a really good way to trade, because really if you can make your money in that first half hour, as so many traders do, that's where the majority of retail traders do their trading, is that early part of the day, and then you can have a nice career. And then you can kind of sit back. You can take your profits. and look for those ideal later day trades where everything is setting up perfectly. You don't have to feel like you're not, you don't have to take a trade if it's something feels off about it, right? And you don't have to feel bad if it ends up being a good trade that you didn't take because you already made money early in the day. And if it ends up being a bad trade, then you can justify it by saying, hey, yeah, I didn't take that trade because something was a little off about it. So you just look for those real perfect trades, those ideal trades later in the day, if you've already had a good morning. So that's it for me. I'm going to keep looking at my scans for the rest of the day. If you're interested in any of these scans, let me know. If you have trade ideas, I can send you the links for these. I put them together myself. You can kind of mess with them. But it's where I get all my ideas for stocks and my pre-market scans are also really helpful too. If you want trade ideas, please look at the description in this video. Click on the links. It'll take you to Trade Ideas subscription page. You can use any code you want. If there's so many codes out there for Trade Ideas, but if you click the link, it helps me out. If you're going to sign up, you can get 15% off using TC Trader 15. Use that code. That's mine. Or if you find a better one, usually they have holiday ones. Use that. Just make sure you click the links to take you there. And that would be great. So good luck. Hopefully everybody had a good Monday, and we will see you next time.